You're noticing that you have difficulty controlling your emotions. People often tell you, hey, take a chill pill, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. And you're often left wondering, like, well, I'm not sure what exactly to do. How do I control my emotions? In this video, we're going to be talking about a strategy that I created for my clients to help them control their emotions. The strategy I use is called Dare to Pause. We're going to follow the acronym PAUSE throughout this video because each letter of PAUSE is a step that we're going to take to learn how to regulate and control our emotions. Let's get started. Step 1, we're going to take a processing breath. What this does is it helps to regulate our nervous system, and it builds in a natural pause before we respond with emotions. What does this look like? It's going to be a deep inhale through your nose, and then at the top of your breath, we're going to take another sip of breath, and then we're going to quietly exhale through our mouths. So try it with me. Pause the video, give it a try. Now that you've tried this, we can practice this very discreetly. No one can notice the processing breath, and this helps us to pause and regain some composure before we respond to a certain situation that's triggering us. There's a document attached in the description that has all of these steps and a worksheet that you can fill out. So feel free to download that and print that. What we need to remember in this step is breath first, and then everything else follows. I want you to repeat that with me to yourself. Breath first, then everything else follows. This can be a make or break strategy. And if you don't take anything else from the other steps, try the breath first. Step 2, we're going to assess and accept the situation. And this ties back to step number 1. When we pause, it gives us the time to really assess and accept the situation at hand. We're not going to put our own stories on it. We're not going to put a spin on it. And when we accept what's happening for us, we're practicing a skill called radical acceptance. So an example of radical acceptance is, if I'm looking at my window and it's raining, I start to create a story around it raining. For instance, now my jacket's going to get wet. Now my socks are going to get wet. Oh, it's going to be a miserable day because it's raining. Versus me saying, oh, hey, it's raining. I'm going to need a raincoat today. Do you see the difference? I'm creating a story that's negatively impacting my mental health. In step 2, when we assess and accept the situation, we get rid of the story and we just move forward in whatever it is that we are encountering. Before I launch into step 3, I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Cassandra Mullick. I'm a registered clinical social worker, and this channel is all about supporting growth after breakup, separation, or divorce, along with mental health strategies that can help you move forward. If you're enjoying the content so far, please hit that subscribe button and help me grow this channel. On to step number 3. Step number 3 is about understanding the stress response that is arising. What does this mean? When we are triggered by an event, our brain looks for past events that resembles what we're currently in. Therefore, our brain says, you know what? You responded like this in the past. We need to respond like this again. When we're learning to control our emotions, a part of this is learning how to shift those responses so that we don't respond in similar ways to the past. For instance, let's say if we're fighting with our spouse and our normal reaction is to yell at them or stop talking to them. Step 3 is about noticing and reflecting on, in the past, this is what I do, and this time I'm going to try something different. That could be vocalizing a communication to say, hey, you know what? Let's just step away from one another right now. Let's take a break. If it's with your children, that could look like, hey, mommy needs a break right now, we're going to just have some alone time, versus yelling, screaming, crying, etc. We're breaking the cycle in step 3. But first we need to understand what we did in the past that informs our present reaction. Step 4 is self-awareness. Here we're going to ask ourselves some questions. What would I normally do in this circumstance? How am I feeling right now? Do I need to take a break? How do I want to feel leaving this situation? It's really important here to self-reflect. And again, as a reminder, we have the worksheet down below because changing how we respond when we're emotional can be challenging. It's like forming any habit. To undo it, it's going to take some time and practice. And that is why those worksheets are there. We've now gone through some self-awareness. We've asked ourselves some questions. We've radically accepted the situation. We took that processing breath. And lastly, we're going to ask ourselves, how can I efficiently navigate this situation to have a better emotional outcome for me? I just want to remind you that all of this takes practice, and it's okay to give ourselves some grace here when we're learning this, which brings me to the concept of self-compassion. And these things kind of go hand in hand. So if you'd like to learn more about self-compassion, you can check out my video up here.